And I can't believe how much that stupid Drive Impact tweet spread, dude. Of me just complaining about how I can't counter Drive Impacts. That thing, what is that thing up to now? I mean, I almost kind of wish I was paying for Twitter right now, because then at least maybe I would have been able to make some money off of that. Holy crap. Jesus Christ, people went nuts on this Twitter over here. What am I at right now, dude? Like, because this thing was ridiculous. Let's see here. I mean, people went in. And it didn't even really bother me because I was actually being honest in my tweet. Like, all the people trying to be haters, like that whole tweet thread was me hating myself. So it's like, you can't really make me feel bad, by hating on me and everything like that. But it's at 402,000 views right now. Jesus Christ, people are weird, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, 402,000 views. Oh, man. My tweet, John the Automaton, was basically saying, I can't counter Drive Impacts. I don't know what to do. Like, I feel helpless against this. I hate this. For me, this is like the worst mechanic in fighting game history because I can't do anything about this. And it's driving me nuts to the point where I don't even feel like I can play Street Fighter 6 at this point. That was basically what I was saying. And a lot of people took the opportunity to make fun of me. So, I was like, dude, do your worst, dude. Like, I'm already super mad and frustrated. So, like, there's nothing you can say that would make me mad. Again, Flashy Flash, drive rushes don't eat inputs except for jump inputs. They do not eat jump input. They eat jump inputs, but nothing else. But the way they're handled is like a mini super flash. So it just prioritizes one input that is all input during the drive rush freeze. And so if you accidentally hit like medium kick into fireball, and you press them both during the freeze, it's like, oh, you did medium kick and fireball during the freeze. I can only pick one thing you do, so I'm going to make you fireball. And so you come out with a fireball without the crouching medium kick. And so that makes it feels like your crouching medium kick got eaten. But that's not actually what it's doing. Again, the reason why supers don't bother us is because when a super eats our input, we have enough time to go, he activated super, repeat input, repeat input, repeat input, repeat input, repeat input, until the super flash ends and we get what we want. Drive rush is too short so that when it happens, we don't have the ability to go back and repeat our input of what's actually happening here. So the reason why Capcom hasn't fixed it yet is because there's no good fix. I literally had a whole episode where I went through the whole thing and I was like, every idea that everybody has come up with doesn't work and will break for one reason or another. Because when a DR occurs, there is an actual amount of time that has to be lost to the ether. It has to be lost to the ether. And we don't know where to put that time loss or, how to, adjust for it. So it's not actually eating inputs except for jumps. That's the only one I think that they should fix, is that if up or one of the three ups is the first input during a drive rush freeze, then it should ignore the rest of the inputs and let you jump, in my opinion. So your drive rush is the problem. I have a lot of moves in Tekken where they have the same punishable frames as another move, but only by a timeout, so you can't react to punch easily. DI, the thing about it is DIs aren't even a problem. I never even called for a nerf. All I did was, in my thread, was like, how can I learn how to fight DIs? What can I do? And that's all I spent the entire time saying. What do I do to stop DIs? How do I figure out how to fight DIs? And so a lot of people misinterpreted it as me going, DIs are terrible, I want, this kind of thing. But the thing about it is, the reason why DIs aren't terrible is because on this, DIs are the easiest thing in the world. If your finger is always on this trigger button in here and you're playing, as soon as you see, like, you just flick this hand and you're like, but on a joystick, like, my finger was never above the DI button. My finger was never on top of the DI button. So whenever a DI occurred, for me to counter DI, I had to shift my hand. My pinky always rested on heavy punch. My pinky always rested on heavy punch because back in the old days, I never used the buttons on the side. So the only way I have been able to get better at DIs, I've done a little bit of training here and there, but now I basically play with my pinky on top of 3 kicks the entire time. The reason why I don't like doing that is because my hands are small and it's carpal tunneling my fingers when I play for like 4 hours in a row. So it's like really bad for my hands, but it's the only way I can stop the DI right now. So I just have to do it. I have to do it. So it's the way it works.